Yeah.
So what ends up happening is that very wound, the one you have where you look at your mom and go, no, I don't let Amy love me. And there's a connection to Amy. Your mom can say, is it because you don't let yourself love me?
Mm. Like I don't love my mom, you mean?
When has your mom been allowed to love the real you?
Just like recently that I've been sharing with her, like how I am, what I think.
And the
Mm.
boy that hated her all those years? How does that make him feel any better?
I guess it doesn't. He doesn't feel any better.
Ouch. And what are you doing with the hurt and the pain that causes it?
Just hiding.
And you want Amy to love that about you?
I want Amy to love me as I am.
And you do that to your own mother?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. And how do you let your father love this about you?
Well, like last night, I was crying and I was so shaking. So I called him for the first time, like being like that. And actually, I felt different after.
What did he say?
Well, it was about jealousy for the situation that I was happening yesterday, and well, I'm not completely agree with what he said, but it is more the fact that he hear me out and saw me in that state where I could be exposed to it.
So your father experienced your vulnerability.
Yeah, think that's like the most important part for me, that he experienced my vulnerability and he saw how I am sometimes, right? Like not all the time is being strong.
When does your mom experience your vulnerability?
She has when I told her about the letter and the surgeries. I guess just I have still stuff stuck from the past.
Yeah. And the stuff on the past, the boy inside of you who went through that, how are you connected to him?
I am not connected.
So you want Amy to be with somebody who's disconnected from that space.
No,
So you're running from Amy.
no.
Wait, where did you learn how to let a girl love you? Where would you have learned that?
When I was young, before I was hurt, right?
Well, when you were young, there was a boy who didn't let his father love him, and he wasn't vulnerable with him. So how did he let anybody love him if he was doing that?
Let's keep it there.
Do you feel like that's love?
No,
What do you call that?
Heidi.
Why not betrayal? I mean, somebody wanted to love you. You could have opened up and let them love you, and you didn't. Why?
Was afraid,
What were you afraid of?
being seen.
Don't you have to be seen to be loved?
Yeah,
So you were afraid to be loved.
yeah.
Why?
Because I'm not used to it.
When did you tell yourself you deserve love?
I'm doing now.
Okay. What does love feel like?
Well, yesterday when I was talking to my dad, I felt like warm in my chest. So I actually kind of identified that as love because he was listening to me and he was, like listening to me how I was expressing myself, how I was like freaking out.
So your father, how did he show you how to love a woman?
She didn't.
So what do you think you're able to show a woman if you love her?
Just what I learned.
Which is you didn't learn that.
No.
So when have you ever asked your father, how do you love a woman?
Yeah, I did.
What he said?
He said by being there, by showing, by giving what the other persons need, to take care of them. Um, yeah, mainly was that.
Did you tell him why you struggle to do that?
No.
But you do struggle to do that because you're afraid somebody else is going to come along and do it better than you. That's why you're jealous, right?
Yeah.
What if you just did it better than anybody else could? Why don't you believe in yourself enough to do that? I mean, if you believed in yourself and said, I believe I can love a woman better than anybody, and then you decided to go and show Amy that, would Amy be with you?
Yeah.
So why aren't you doing that?
I feel sometimes she also doesn't let me.
Oh, there. The guy who just came in and said, nope, we don't accept love.
Hmm.
She doesn't let me. Wait, you never let you love your own mother and father, right?
Yeah.
So when you say she doesn't let you, well, that's not how you normally operate.
Yeah.
Okay, how do you let a woman love you? What is she allowed to love about you?
Well, now I'm being more exposed. I've been saying how I feel. I've been saying like my stuff, my past, my wounds from my parents. Um, like actually trying to like she has seen me cry. She has seen me even freaking out, angry, frustrated. I just don't know like what else I could do.
Um, when has she seen you love yourself?
What?
When has she seen you love yourself?
She says that I don't.
No, when have you know you're loving yourself in front of her? When does that happen?
I don't think it has happened.
You want her to be with somebody who does that.
No.
So everything points to you not letting her be with you. Why? Why aren't you allowed to love yourself and let somebody love you? Why do you got to be hard on you?
Maybe that's what I learned
Okay. And when did you tell yourself you wanted to learn something else?
just now.
Oh, what would you like to learn?
Love myself and let people love me.
Well, you remember the part where you said, I'm not hard on myself or I'm hard on myself and I don't speak up for my feelings. I shove them down, stuff, all that. Isn't that what you've been doing? Here, when it comes to how you actually feel about your childhood, who has your truth, mom or dad? Or you haven't told either one of them the truth.
both like about the surgeries, both of them.
How about the boy laying there saying, "Somebody, please stop. I'm scared." What about him? How's mom been allowed to hold that boy, the one who didn't want to do any of those surgeries?
Well, by listen to me, but
And
what all what I said.
you told her that you didn't want the surgeries?
Yeah, that like same as the letter, right? Like maybe I just wanted to be a kid, have fun, and not going through so much pain, not not having of this feeling of being different or like this mentality that oh everything is gonna be alright or everything will be okay after like or like high feelings like you just need to be strong, right?
Wouldn't that be hard? The only reason I'm saying wouldn't that be hard is what did you feel you were being loved about that they accepted about you before the surgery? What did they love about you?
At that point,
Yeah, before you the surgery.
well, my mom always said that I used to be like really happy, like smiling all the time, like moving around everywhere, like running and like be happy like a kid.
Yeah. And then the surgery happened, and what happened to that happiness?
Well, she said that I kept doing that. Like I was always like stubborn and I always wanted to go to the pools and I always wanted to jump, run. Like I used to bring like a device in this high and I didn't care and I was just playing and not doing what I should be doing. And she never told me like because I shouldn't have been at the pools or anything because of the device. But
Mm.
either way, I just wanted to be at the pools. I just wanted to swim and have, like have fun. And my mom never said anything because she was feeling like guilty that, like she didn't want me to tell me even more about like, oh no, you cannot do that. You cannot go to the pool or all those kind of things.
So you were happy, surgeries come, and now mom, did you feel like mom was making sure that you stayed happy?
Yeah,
Do you think you let her do that?
probably no. No.
So you mean you learned how to reject a woman you feel a connection to early?
Yeah.
Uh, do you feel bad about that?
Yeah.
Does she know you did that?
Yeah. I recently just told her like I wanted to apologize to her because I also hide myself, right? I also I also hide who I was from her, and I didn't know that until now.
So the boy on the inside that you hid from her, how did he learn to receive love?
She didn't.
Where is he now?
Here?
Yeah. And who's allowed to love him now? You can feel that. It feels like a disconnect, doesn't it? Feels like something's not quite connected here.
Yeah.
This broke you. You on the inside who have to feel this. What do you trust about connection? That you can have it or that you can't?
I can have it.
Really? Where did you learn to practice that?
I didn't.
So how do you tell Amy that?
Oh, I just been telling her that I'm learning that.
Well, tell her what you didn't learn, right? I mean, why isn't she allowed to know that about you so she can love that part of you too? It wasn't your fault, was it?
No.
So where did you see a man love a woman growing up?
I didn't.
Where did you see a woman loving a man?
I didn't either.
Where did you see jealousy?
I guess from both sides.
Did your mom cheat?
No.
Your father cheat?
Yeah.
How did you know?
I asked him.
Your mom knew?
No, my dad denied it. Like, well, my mom knows. My mom knows because she confronted the girl and she accepted. But my dad always denied.
Did he tell you the truth?
I asked him recently, and he told me the truth. Yeah,
He said he was with her.
yeah. I asked him why he did it, right? Like I wanted him to know what happened, right? And he said uh, that well he didn't feel loved by my mom, and obviously he found someone that is giving him love and you know been caring for him, that's when he did it, right? I know it's not an excuse, but uh, but I guess I get it.
What did you get? How did that make you feel, hearing that he cheated on a woman you love?
Well, it's
Do you feel your head? Feel it?
yeah,
The
yeah,
resi- yeah, the resistance is there for a reason. So, a man you're connected to, masculine energy, cheated on a woman you're connected to, and you have the truth. Does mom have the truth?
no,
How do you feel like you're not betraying her? I mean, you love your mom, right?
yeah,
You love her enough to keep a secret from her? Really? That's love? I'm just making sure you're paying attention to how that made you feel, because this silenced you all by itself. You now have information your mother doesn't have. How does it enable her to love the real you? She doesn't have all the information that the real you has. Not that your father intentionally put you in this position, but the boy who had to know that his father cheated on his mom, how does he tell himself he came from love?
yeah. I guess like when I talk, yeah, I guess I thought,
So why would you let Amy be with somebody like that? Would you? Would you let Amy be with somebody like that?
yeah,
So it makes sense with why you're running from her. It's not intentional, but you learned how to betray a woman you're connected to because your father showed you. So how does your father make this up to your mom?
well, in those terms, like same thing. Like even when I talk to my mom, that because we talked about this before, that well that pushed me against my dad because my mom always used to say that my dad like is this way, is that way, like and
I wanted you to be able to see something very important. I don't want you to lose it, so I'm going to point to it, okay? I
yeah,
believe it's important for you to pay attention to right now. You know how you're saying you get jealous?
yeah,
Your father betrayed your mother. Does your mother have the truth?
no,
Do you have the truth?
yeah,
So this jealousy that you're in, your own mother has been saved because of you. You didn't tell her the truth after you had it. You've been keeping the secret from her.
yeah.
How does a mother love a son who does that?
She doesn't.
Is your mom allowed to have the truth?
Yeah.
And your father saying your mother deserves to have the truth, or don't tell your mom.
Don't tell my mom.
And now you've got to compromise the love you have for both of them for your father. And he's okay doing that to his only son. His son has to carry a heart like that. Is that fair to you? Does your mother deserve to be cheated on?
No.
But your biggest fear is that mom cheated, or that mom finds out that you know dad cheated and never told her.
Also, what comes to me is like, well, I've been just starting to be close with my dad, right? And I feel like he trusts me that, and I just don't wanna go and tell my mom.
Nobody said you had to tell your mom, but did you ask your dad what you're supposed to do with that? Because think about it. Now, when you see mom, you know that between mom and dad, there's love or lies.
Nice.
So tell me how you're not repeating that with Amy without even seeing it. Kind of what you learn to do with people you're connected to, isn't it? Love them or lie to them. And if you know you're capable of lies, how do you trust Amy's not lying to you?
Mm.
Especially if she's a masculine. If she's a masculine and you feel a connection to her, the masculine you're connected to made you lie for him. How do you receive love from your father if he did that to you? How is this closer to him instead of wounded by him? Are you okay that he did that to your mother?
No,
Did he ask you how it made you feel?
no. I just I told him like I wanted to know, and I needed to know, and that I needed him to show me how he can love my mom, and that I needed him to see how he loved my mom before all that happened.
How did your father pay attention to how it made you feel?
Like, she didn't.
Who was there for you through all of that?
Well, I wasn't even born when that happened.
So that means you felt what you had to feel and then had to shut yourself down in the process and then act like you didn't know anything around your mother.
Yeah. This is just recently, right? I just recently know about this.
You probably felt it this whole time without realizing it.
Yeah.
You're empathic, right?
Mm?
So where did you learn how to trust when it came to marriage in your family?
I guess I didn't.
So
I guess
you
I
felt
always I always felt jealousy. Yeah.
did you feel jealous of your father's choices?
Jealous of my father's choices?
Yeah. Did he choose you in anything he did?
No,
So when did you learn to choose you?
I didn't.
You feel the pain from this.
Yeah. Well, there is some resistance, right? Because I wanna say, oh, but he didn't this like he wasn't with me, but he was working to give me what I needed.
Your father knows that you came from the woman he married that is known as your mother. He knows that he hurt her.
Yeah.
Does he know that he included you with that now? So now you can hurt her without telling her, and you'll be okay with that.
No,
You'll let yourself have love from a woman after this.
no.
Think you found what's wounded you. Something you probably couldn't see at first, but now you're clearly seeing it. You probably knew this somewhere deep down and didn't say anything.
Yeah, there were always weird, like my mom focusing on only on us, putting like putting mm, like
Did your mother keep accusing your father of cheating around you?
not really, but you can tell like well now it's getting better. Like now they are actually getting along, but before it was more like oh friend like my dad like do this, do that, like giving orders and they like not completely getting along all the time.
How did you forgive your father for this?
Well, just because he was there for us, like he was always sacrificing himself to give us what we need. And well,
How did you, how did you see your father sacrifice himself?
by working all the time, by
Oh, he had an affair too. You see it? Feel it. Does that feel good to you?
no,
Okay. Has anybody asked you how you feel about all of it? Did your father ask you how you felt about what he shared with you?
no.
I'm asking because when have you told anybody how that made you feel?
I told Amy once
What did you tell her?
with this, like he admitted it, and that I don't know. I just want to forgive it so I can heal. Like I do understand. Like he felt alone. He felt a lot of pressure, and he didn't feel love.
Do you know why it's hard to forgive?
Well,
How did you embrace the pain?
yeah, I haven't.
Then forgiveness will be a long, long, far away space. You need the pain that this caused you in order to heal. Because right now, you believe that if someone loves you, that they won't cheat or they will. And you'll never know because you know what it's doing to mom right now. Half of your heart was cheated on, and you just found out. How did that make you feel like you couldn't be cheated on? Because it seems like you got cheated on already and have not healed from it. That's what it feels like.
Yeah, I have.
Do you realize your father cheated on you?
By doing that.
That's your mom. She made sure that you were fed, that you had a roof over your head, that you had chores you had to do. She let you go play. I mean, we're talking about a woman who's shown you love in a lot of different ways.
Yeah,
And the man that you should have felt love from, how was he there for any of it?
he was always working.
He was always working, or now he was working, but he's with a mistress. What do you have in your head now?
Yeah, I wasn't seeing it that way.
Yes, you were. You just don't realize you're feeling all of that. Because if you look at it, if you didn't have that, would you ever be jealous? It's interesting, isn't it? We don't go in and dig in to see where it's coming from. Your ability to be jealous isn't based on Amy, isn't based on mom. It's based on a man who showed you that you can love one woman and one woman only, or you can love many women.
Mm,
Hmm. Is that what you wanted to learn?
no.
Then tell Amy. Tell Amy you didn't want to learn that. That's who he was. And I get upset with you because I expect you to cheat on me the way he did because he hurt me when he cheated. And now I have to be this weapon and I have to be this hidden truth. My mom doesn't get to love her true son anymore because of my father, because I have to keep this secret from her. How do you feel about the weight of that?
Yeah, it's too much.
I haven't even gone deep in this yet, but you can feel the pain from it. Do you know how to heal such a thing?
No,
See, even the truth doesn't show up in this space. If you had truth in this space, would you ever have a need to be jealous?
no,
Makes sense. You felt your father pulled the wool over your eyes, your brother's eyes, everyone's eyes. That was in your father, and he's supposed to love you. How is that love to you?
no.
So, did you tell your father you're having a hard time forgiving him? Because how have you forgiven him? He
Yeah.
told you he was alone, he was lonely. Nobody was paying attention to his feelings. He was making sure that everybody was provided for. He was working, and all he wanted was a little bit of love, right? Was he getting it from his kids?
Mm.
So when your dad came home, you didn't run in, put your arms around him, say, "You want to play? You want to do something, Dad?" Did you ever do that?
No, I guess I did. I don't remember.
So your father kept working, found somebody who cared about his feelings, asked him what was going on in his life, and really showed him a genuine interest in him. And your mom was at home raising the kids.
She was working too, but she was paying attention more on us.
So he got pushed away because you guys had kids. They had kids. And the kids became a priority, not the marriage, not each other.
Yeah,
Damn. How do you feel about this?
but that's usually how we are kind of raised. Like once you have kids, the priority are the kids.
What is the when you look at what this did to you, what do you actually trust?
Mm, yeah, like,
Yeah, what do you trust when it comes to relationships or marriage or love? Do you trust it can be loyal, kind, open?
no,
Because, right, because that's not what you saw. It's not that you don't accept it, you just didn't see it. So how are you teaching yourself that you can have it?
by healing, by being open.
When have you ever tried to be open?
Well, I've been trying that. Like I've been saying all that. We talk and to my parents, to Amy. Like that's something new.
Do you feel that pain in you? You feel that? That's real. It's not yours. It's whatever broke your parents up. that you learned?
How can I heal it? I just want to stop being jealous. I don't want these problems anymore.
Rejecting it is not the way to heal it. How do you accept how it all feels?
By loving it,
Loving who?
myself,
How do you love mom? If you learned how to keep secrets from her, hide from her, not let her in, because that's what you had to start doing after dad shared that, right? And probably even before then. How did you learn to love a woman through your father?
I did.
So what do you have to offer Amy? What he showed you? And he
Mm.
showed you jealousy. He showed you control. How did your father show you romance? How did your father show you that you can love a woman? How did you watch him show examples of that?
I did. Just small gestures like flowers or gifts at birthdays.
How did you see him trust your mom?
Yes, I didn't.
Of course you did. You're his son. Whatever children he had with your mother, he left it up to her to raise you. He trusted her completely. Did she let him down?
No,
Did your father let your mother down and she doesn't know?
no,
You feel the weight of that. You feel the weight of
yeah,
what your father did to your mother, and your mother doesn't know. She suspected, but who actually has the truth, you or her?
me.
And how have you let yourself sit in that truth in front of her?
How?
Do you think your father realizes you can't receive love from mom now after you had this information?
No,
How are you going to let him know that that's happening? You might want to ask if how he feels about what this did to mom or what it would do to her if she found out. Because does it seem like he cares if he told you to keep this stuff down inside?
yeah, he told me always like to deny it. Like he didn't want to accept it because I was getting married and everything, and he was gonna lose more.
Broke your heart. It's not jealousy that's hurting you. This is what's hurting you. Two people you should be able to love, and they should be able to love you, not put you in this position. But if you look at it, you were there. Mom was raising you. She would go to work. Dad, he'd go to work. Then he'd go be with his mistress, and then he'd come home. Who got love out of any of this?
No,
Who got betrayed?
my mom.
Do you notice you're not saying you at all? Like you're not betraying your mother at all because of what your father put you in a position to do. If you're not able to tell your mother about the affair your father had, and you know that she suspects it, your father admitted it to you, but he didn't admit it to her. Are your parents together based on love, according to you?
Yeah, I wanted to believe that, but
So love is somebody cheats on you and you stay in it. No wonder you're afraid to get close to Amy. It's kind of what you were taught, right? You may not have the ability to go cheat because you know what it's like
mm,
being dating in. Because if I said, do you trust your father after this?
well, he told me that he didn't do it any again after that time.
You believe this?
Yeah, I believe him
Does it
because
feel like does it feel like you believe it?
well, he told me about the first one. Why wouldn't he tell me if there was another one?
Does your father trust you?
Yeah,
Do you trust him?
yeah, I trust him.
You trust him to cheat on your mom and hurt the whole family? Because that's what he did. Do you see it?
Yeah,
Yeah. This is what you trust. So when you fall in love, how does that trust not show up, making you want to accuse the other person of cheating on you? Because you know what it's like watching a woman be in the dark, some pain of knowing something, but she hasn't proven it. This is just a really tough space for you to be in. Because if it was up to you, did you want to know any of that? If you could not know any of it, would you rather not know?
yeah,
Unfortunately, that's not what we have. You know. You know that two people you love more than anything, one of them cheated on the other one. And does the other one know?
no,
So if you get cheated on, you'd feel like you'll never know because you're helping participate in that, aren't you?
yeah.
Does Amy know any of this?
I told her,
Did you tell her how it made you feel about your father?
no,
Did you tell her how it made you feel about your mother?
no,
Did you tell her how it made you feel?
no, I didn't.
What's stopping you? You don't think Amy would want to know?
Yeah,
Why?
she will.
She probably holds your hand, man. Why aren't you allowed to have somebody be there for your pain? Isn't that when you're going to really start to show yourself that you love yourself, when you start letting somebody be there for your pain? Why not trust your pain to see if it'll get you loved? If you don't trust your pain, are you ever going to trust connection?
No,
Hard question. Did you see how quickly you answered that? And maybe you should let her in. What have you got to lose?
nothing.
What would you tell her?
That first of all, I'm sorry for all the problems I have caused with my jealousy, with my wound.
Why would
Uh,
you abandon yourself that quickly? What were you taught from two people you were connected to, that your feelings mattered or they didn't?
they didn't.
So how did you learn to make somebody you're connected to's feelings matter?
I didn't.
Then this isn't about you feeling sorry for you. This is about waking up for you and saying, not anymore. I don't want to hurt anybody intentionally, and I don't want to be hurt intentionally. And I don't want anybody to hide. If you don't hide your hurt, won't you heal?
Yeah,
So what's stopping you?
nothing. So I just need to tell her my pain in this area. That's all.
When have you ever let anybody love you in your pain?
I have. Not in this one.
You're doing it here. Am I judging you in any way?
No,
Then why do you think she'll judge you?
she won't.
Find out.